entire life has been a blessing of God, and it has all been destined from way before I was born, because the way incident and professions and experiences happened in my life, the way drastic changes have happened, I think it was all destined. Because getting into sports when I had no interest in sports, getting into acting when I never aspired to become an actor, I've actually been doing things professionally absolutely different what I actually thought of. Like, I really wanted to be a pilot, or I really wanted to join army, but I'm doing something absolutely different in my life. So yes, I do believe in destiny, and I do believe that I'm God's favorite and destiny's child. To talk more about childhood days, I think I've been very simple girl, and very shy. And being an actor, I'm doing something absolutely opposite to my personality type. And yeah, but I mean, I have not been one of those kids who you participate in music, dance competitions. No. So the only competitions I used to participate as a kid was art competitions and sports. So these were the two things which I really enjoyed, and I was comfortable doing. So I was in class 7th when my basketball coach of school, he found me, and he encouraged me to start playing basketball, because I was always very tall, and height is always an advantage playing basketball. So he just encouraged me, motivated me to get into the sport, and that's how my journey as a sports person began in class 7th. And I played basketball for 8 years for Delhi, and then I played netball for 4 years for India. And it was a beautiful journey. I think the sports days, the sports life really taught me a lot. Though that was not something that I aspired to do in my life. As I said, that I always wanted to be a pilot or join army, but I'm doing something absolutely different, and that's why I say that maybe I'm destined for this life I'm getting. And I have a lot of gratitude for people who have helped me and supported me. And yes, I mean, I think sports days have been really fun. Being in a team, you get to learn so much. I got to travel a lot at a very young age. So yes, it was fun, and it was, and all thanks to my parents for all their support, because if their support wouldn't have been there, I wouldn't have been able to reach here. Again, as I said, I'm destined. I'm going to share a beautiful story with all of you. So giving a little background about how acting happened to me. I was working for Accenture as a consultant, and I got this opportunity, basically a message from the producers of Diya Aur Baati Hum, Shashi Sumit Productions, and they messaged me on my Facebook fan page, which was of a sports person, and they wanted me to join their show as a parallel lead. And I was lost, because I've never been into acting. I didn't know anything about acting, and I told them that, see, I have been a sports person and I don't have any interest, and I've never thought about it. So they were like, you just come to Bombay and meet us, and then let's see how it goes. And they really liked me, and they thought that I fit into the character so well that they wanted me on board, and they wanted me to shift to Bombay from Delhi within 3 days. Like, in 3 days I had to change my company. I mean, I had to leave Accenture, and I had to be in a different city altogether, and I had to take a decision of changing my profession. So I think that was a very, very tough call, and of course it involved involving my parents into the discussion and taking this call. But yes, talking about my first shot after I shifted to Bombay for Diya Aur Baati Hum, my first ever shot was in Bhopal. Like, professionally, if I talk of when the show started. So my character of Arzu was a Pakistani girl, and I shot with Joyshri Arora ma'am. She played Shah Rukh Khan's mother in Chak De India. And I went to her before the scene, and I was like, ma'am, I'm really nervous, and I'm really excited, and this is my first shot, and I'm doing it with you, and I feel so blessed. And you know what she told me? She told me, she gave me a lot of blessings and wishes, and she told me that Shah Rukh Khan's first ever shot of his career in 4G was also with her. So you know, that gave me goosebumps at that moment, and I was like, okay, that is something really interesting. And she shared it with me, and I felt blessed. And I'm still in touch with her, and I share a great bond with her. So she was my dadi in the show, basically my grandmother in the show, and we share a great bond, and she's just love. And I can never forget that moment, and I've already shared it with a lot of people before as well, and this is something I'll always remember all my life. And I would also like to thank my first director, Maqbool Khan sir, who really was there and who really pushed me, because he also has been a sports person himself, and you know, he understood where I'm coming from. I was like this kid on the set and who didn't know anything about acting world, and within a week's time I was, you know, put in front of the camera to act. So it was I can, while you've asked me this question, I can actually memorize and remember that day, how everything took place and what was the location, and it will always be very close to my heart. So Mamangam, I got a call for Mamangam in 2018 when I was working for my Star Plus show Ikkyavan, and I met the director in Bombay, and they shortlisted me after meeting me, and then I was called for an audition for the next round of selection. I came to Kochi for the first time for the audition of Mamangam, and after that the journey actually began, because the very next day after my audition I get a call from the director saying, we have finalized you and we really liked you and you fit into the role very well and we would want to go ahead with you. And that's how the journey began. And Achyutan and me both made our debut in Mamangam, and we both share a beautiful bond of brother and sister. He considered me as his elder sister, shared all the things with me, whatever he felt like, and he's a very stable, very calm kid, and it was very, very comfortable working with him. He was not notorious at all. He's very disciplined. I think it comes from the values which his family has given him. And I got to meet so many other people. I mean, today, after 2 years down the line, when almost 3 years actually, so the entire team is like family. So I would like to thank Venu sir, the producer of Mamangam, for the vision he had for the film. And it was the most talked about film in Kerala, not just in Kerala, in India, because of so many actors being there a part of it. And it was such a long journey that everybody became like family, be it Anu Sitara, be it Sudev, be it Tarun, be it Mamuka, be it Achu, everybody was so close to each other, and I personally was very much emotionally involved with the film, because I couldn't sign any other film because it was my debut down south, and it was 2 years long patience I needed to have for the film to get released and to hit the theatres, and for people to recognize me, for people to see how I am as an actor. And the best part, the feedback which I received from the Kerala people was that they have accepted me like the daughter of Kerala. And when I've seen people coming to me and telling me that when Mamangam, the Mamangam is talked about, you come in as this Mamangam girl. So I think these are the two beautiful tags which I've got, and it's all because of the love and support of all the fans, the way they've accepted me. And people tell me that they wanted to see more of me on the screen. So that's a huge compliment, because somewhere people could connect with my character and connect with me on screen, and they wanted to see more of me, which is always a motivation and an encouragement. And Mamangam will always be that one big project, that one big break any actor would aspire to have at least once in their lifetime. So that was Mamangam for me, and I will always be thankful to all the cast and crew, to the producer Venu sir, to the entire team for giving me so much of love, to Kerala, to people, to everybody. I just have so much of gratitude for all of them. Meeting Mamuka for the first time was at Unnimaya's mansion. We had already started our shoot in 2018, and unfortunately for the starting couple of days when me and Mamuka were shooting together, we couldn't see each other and we couldn't get time to meet each other. So I was trying. It used to be like when I used to come, Mamuka would have gone by that time. So the timings couldn't match. But finally, I waited for Mamuka to come and to get ready and come, and I had packed up my shoot and I went to him and I greeted him with a lot of respect, and I told him, Mamuka, it's a pleasure to meet you and it's a pleasure to be working with you. And he was very happy to know that I am from a sports background and that I am a part of this film. He asked me if I would like to have some home cooked food also during the shoot. So yes, Mamuka is Mamuka, and I am his fan because of a reason, because of my experience of working with him in Mamangam. And I literally had tears in my eyes during Mamangam promotion when I was on the stage giving my speech, and I told everyone that I would want to be Mamuka. If I aspire to be somebody in my life, I would want to be Mamuka. Of course, he's been one of the closest friends from Team Mamangam, and Unni speaks very good Hindi, so that was one connect we got when we first met each other. And he's a very hard-working guy. He has started from nowhere. He has no background from entertainment industry, and hats off to him for all the hard work and the good work he's been doing. So TV is like a job, like a daily job which you do, and you reach on time, you complete your 12 hours of shift of work, and then you come back home, and it is very monotonous. Like every day you're playing the same character till the time your show is on. It can be months, it can be years. So that is the major difference. And talking about working in Punjabi industry, then Malayalam, and then Telugu. Of course, all three industries are very, very different from each other. I believe Punjabi industry is very, very chilled out. I mean, it's like you're just laughing, having fun, and the project is over, and the film is over. So people are very fun-loving. They're very happy-go-lucky people there. So that's specifically because of the culture in Punjab. Malayalam industry, I feel, is more content based. They have beautiful stories, and a lot of films which are remade in other languages are from Malayalam films because of the content. And Telugu industry again is very, very commercial, plus a mixture of being commercial and having good stories at the same time. So these are the major differences which I have felt working in different industries. That is my language, and I would love to be a part of a good Bollywood project. Though I've been getting a lot of projects, but not a project wherein I would want to be a part of. But I just hope that I get a good film or a good break in Bollywood, be it a film or a web series. And I'm giving some good auditions, so let's see, fingers crossed. I hope 2021 gets a lot of work and success to me and to all of us. Yes, I'm very choosy when it comes to my projects, and honestly, it would have been a dream come true to work with Lalitan after doing a film with Mamuka. I would have loved to be a part of Ram. Unfortunately, I'm looking for more substantial roles in terms of my film career, and I didn't see that happening there. But Jeetu Joseph and Jeetu Joseph sir and Lalitan's team, Drishyam and all the good things what I've heard, I would have loved to be a part of it, but it's okay. There's always the next time, and on a good term, we decided that we might work together on a new project sometime in future. So I would love to work with the team, and I would love to work with Lalitan. So we have entered a new decade, and it's a new year, and 2020 was not good professionally, but personally it went really well for me. And for 2021, I have no specific resolutions, but my target would be to stay fit, to stay healthy, and to be happy, because life is very, very uncertain, and I would also request all of you to not just make long term plans, just enjoy today, enjoy the moment you are in, and just try to be happy and positive in life. I think that is the most important.